Hey everybody, it's Alan, and I hope that you are doing well. So Ty Tabor is easily one of my favorite guitar players, period. He easily sits within my top 10 of all time, my personal top 10 of all time, along with the likes of Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Warren Haynes and Eddie Van Halen and others. I think his writing skills and musical creativity are just spectacular, if not unheralded and unsung by sort of the masses. Ty is just fantastic. With that said, I'm not going to listen to a kingsx song today. We're actually going to listen to a song off of one of his solo projects. This is an album called Balance, and the song is Moneymouth. That to me is a song that basically talks about or calls out people and their convictions. In this day and age, I liken it to sort of the environment around us. You got a lot of people online chattering and jibber jabbing about stuff, talking this and talking that. But if push comes to shove, they are not going to stand by what they're actually saying. They will sit back, cower, kowtow, back up, and not follow through on what they're saying. Oh yeah, this political thing and that political thing. Well, I'm not going to give anybody any money or funds to do anything about it. I'm not going to stand out there with a picket sign. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm going to talk smack on an anonymous, screen behind a screen name, but I'm not going to actually sit there and actually back up my words with actions. And I'm not saying that that was the essence of the message that Ty was trying to create here. I'm saying that in my mind, that's the thought that came to mind. It's like people will talk a whole lot of smack, but when it comes down to throwing down and backing up your words with actions, you're not going to do it. No, let somebody else do that. Let somebody else take the bullet for me. Let somebody else, get in the fist fight. Let somebody else, basically take my message and defend it. It's ridiculous how cowardly some people are, I, again, I'm not saying that that was his message in this, but put your money where your mouth is basically says, well, what are you going to do about it? Okay, you're full of it. You're full of the talk. You're full of the rhetoric. What are you going to do? What are your convictions that you're willing to stand behind from here to the end of time? Oh, nothing. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. So you're all talk. You're all talk. That's it. That's what you are. I've seen a lot of people stand up for their convictions lately, whether it be, marching for civil rights, marching for equal rights, women's rights, so on and so forth. There are a lot of people out there who stand by their convictions and believe in what they're saying to the point where they will get out and actually do something, stand up for their union. The actors union here is the first one that came to my mind just because I'm in Hollywood. But, whether you're an auto worker or an Amazon employee or a Starbucks barista or whatever you are, you're going to sit there and defend your ability to earn a living, be treated as an equal, stand up for an oppressed person, you're going to do that. And the people who seem to scream the loudest are the people who sit back and go, yeah, well, but it's not affecting me. This is just what I think, and I'm not going to get involved. But I'll sit there behind a, computer keyboard and write the most obnoxious, belligerent crap and have no real stake in the game. And it's frustrating and aggravating, and I've had conversations with people like that, and I sit there and I listen to their perspective, and that's the one thing you have to do, and especially in the world today, I wish more people would do this. You have to sit back and listen before you respond. Do not sit there and approach people with this preconceived notion of lunatic conspiracies or whatever it is and be completely closed off from another perspective. So I've sat there and had conversations with people whose viewpoints vary from mine, and that's fine. Again, people can have a discussion. A person can have a discussion with another person and interact with them on a level playing field. People in groups can be irrational, but a person one-on-one can be irrational. You can have a rational conversation. So I've sat there and I've listened to people who I don't really necessarily agree with, but I've listened to what they had to say. And if you are a person of conviction who sits back and actually listens and is willing to retort or agree, even if it's something like, I hadn't thought about that, then you can have a discussion and it can carry things forward. But I've also seen those people who are just like, no, my way is the only way, and that's the way that it is. And you're just like, okay, to a degree, look, I've given you your side. I've tried to talk with you. You're clearly not open to another perspective. So what are you going to do about it? And usually those are the people. Those are the, I don't want to say ignorant, but those are the people who really don't have the full picture. They don't get the full message. They don't listen to everything. They heard something that agrees directly with a rough perspective that they have, and they are completely unwilling to be confronted or educated on a particular subject or a particular situation. They've learned what they've learned, and that's it. It's done in their minds. They are closed off. They don't care. Okay. I don't care whether it's, racial issues, trans issues, whatever the heck it is. There's just no, that can't be. And that right there is a detriment to, civilization, society, humanity as a whole, is having that kind of closed off, ignorant, non-communicative perspective. And again, those are generally the people I find who rarely stand up for what they're spewing out there. They're not going to sit there and go fight for it, defend it, so on and so forth. Right or wrong, they're not going to do it because they don't want to be thought of as somebody who, well, I'm not going to bother. What's the point? What's the point of me going out there? Everybody believes what I believe, so I'm not going to go out there and do it. It's you have to be engaging. So again, this is just what this song is making me think of right at the moment. But I love that concept of put your money where your mouth is. So stand up and do something about it. All of us have had a point in our lives where, whether it be, butting up against a schoolyard bully, or sitting there and defending a position against what a teacher is telling you, or coming back and doing the right thing for a coworker who's being bullied or treated unfairly, or whatever it might be. We've all had those points. And the question is, what are you going to do about it when push comes to shove? With that said, I'm just going to leave that right there. Be curious to find out if anybody wants to, discuss this. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We can talk about it further. Just know that I appreciate all of you, and I wish you well. Take care.